question is, are people going to drive up in the road trip more worth it?
I feel like road trip would be more worth it.
Yeah, I think so too. I think we could make like 15, 20 stops. Of that.
Not even that. I was telling.
We got the Avis discount.
I was telling. I was telling Amrit, just load everybody in the truck and just have one DD, and everybody in the back, just rolling around. But that's a possibility.
And it's
sort of like California.
Amrit will never be insured again.
Well, guys, welcome to another episode number 28 of At War with Words. I'm your host, one and only Deep, and we have AB with us.
Yo.
And we have, Bunny with us.
What's up?
Not bad, but just Bunny. And then, of course, we have the newly father, Jag, with us.
Yo.
He's about a month old now.
Still is new.
He's really trying to stretch that out. Man.
Exactly.
1 year from now.
He'll be saying it until the day one of you guys has a kid.
The question is, Jag, are you going to be the dad that's going to be like, oh, my kid is 28 months old now?
Yeah, Jag said until he's 18, he's gonna tell his son's age by the weeks.
I don't think I could do that right now. Like I'm not even sure if he's 2 weeks old. I've lost track of time already.
No. Instead of Jag celebrating his son's 18th birthday, he's gonna celebrate his 936th week.
You just remind me of a meme. It was like somebody was telling somebody, oh, my baby is like 58 weeks old or something like that, and the guy got really upset, and he just like picks up the baby and throws it. He's like, oh, since you love math, calculate like how far did I throw the baby. But it was just
no, keep on going, because people definitely want to listen to your story. Finally got him.
Yeah,
not a story. I was trying to explain a meme.
I think our listeners want to have memes read to them live on the pod.
I mean, I can't
check out the YouTube channel. It'll be posted. The link will be posted on there.
Actually, I think because Deep was going to his memes, I wanted to give some meme history today. The black kid who holds a cup and rolls his eyes, he is a state champion now.
Oh yeah, I saw that in the football thing.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
I'm actually proud of that kid. Let me tell you.
And he's still rolling his eyes.
I know.
And can you not call him fat kid next time? Can you call him healthy?
But big boned husky.
He's a buff boy.
Wait, other than I know Deep. It's not true for Deep, but did any of your parents ever take you to the husky side of this clothing store?
That's a very sensitive topic for me. Can we move on, please?
I don't know. Maybe Ashan was in double husky.
No, double husky. I've been to husky, because the thing is, like, my size, I was a healthy baby, right? Or big boned, some may say, right? But anyways, so. It like the size, like I forgot like as how they are as like kids or something, right? But like whatever size I was, when you upgrade, you couldn't go to the men's at that time. It was called.
You went to big and tall stores.
It's true though. The Punjabi equivalent of healthy is different than what the American norm is.
Yeah. So that's why like there was the husky section I was introduced to. Man, they had some good deals, okay? Just
did the husky section have tech decks attached to the clothes? Do you guys remember that? Remember the little tech deck skateboards? And sometimes like you bother your mom to get you like the shirt that had like the tech deck attached to it.
Because you wanted the toy? Yeah. 2 for 1, man.
They really got you with the toys back there.
Have you guys ever gone out? Not gone out, but like have you guys ever like been at a like like I guess when we were like younger, at school or whatever, have you guys ever gotten into like some like fashion and like once you get that like fashionable item, like you were like too late wearing it or something, or no? Did that ever happen?
Yeah, me with Hollister.
Hollister and Abercrombie Fitch.
Exactly.
I'm still wearing these American Eagle like shorts just to sleep in because I can never find a reason.
At least you tried.
I feel like I was that way with toys.
Uh-huh.
So like I got a Tamagotchi. Like I was so happy to get a Tamagotchi.
And you were like 18.
Yeah. And
Then you're 936 weeks old.
The day I like ran into class with my Tamagotchi, who had died like 4 or 5 times over the weekend. Like everyone's like, oh, like we're all playing Pokemon now on the Game Boy, and I never got a Game Boy.
That was my first video game.
Yeah, that was I had the Game Boy Color too.
Yep, Game Boy Color. That's the first video game I remember.
What's your first video game? That you
Game Boy Color.
Other than Pokemon.
Mine was Pokemon and Tony Hawk.
Tony Hawk. No, mine was I had a Super Nintendo and a Game Boy Color, and then a Sega Gen. I don't know, Sega Genesis. I don't remember. One or the other.
You have to remember your first video game though. Mine was
Game Boy
Kong.
Color. The
No, the
blue
actual game.
the blue Pokemon.
The blue one.
I think mine was I think mine was not a Duck Hunt or it was Super Mario.
That's
Contra.
Contra.
That's the only thing I
can
can
remember. Say
remember.
musical chairs.
No, not at all.
No, he had to stick in the tire.
What are they called? Marbles?
Yeah.
What are they called? Marbles in Punjabi?
Bante.
Yeah. That's it.
But you know, marbles can be pretty dramatic. We've all seen Squid Game here, so
Yeah.
you can make a hell of a game out of marbles, man.
I mean, trust me, I was a hustler back then, especially with the marbles. It was
Were you cutting down kids' patangs
I did
from your kota?
I did that as well.
No, wait. I still want to go back. You guys tell me the story about your Abercrombie and like, you know, what happened? Like did something embarrassing happen or no?
No,
I was just late to the game.
Okay.
They just like they
I
moved
mean,
on.
you know how hard it was to convince my parents to spend like $50 like
Yeah.
on a fucking t-shirt,
Yeah.
and that's just like had a like moose on it.
Moves.
I mean,
I remember when I got Jordan. I got a Jordan like whole like Jordan shirt, Jordan pants, the Jordan shorts. Remember the basketball shorts and Jordan shoes. I remember I was just Jordaned out for a while.
Did you ever have the ones with all the logos on them, like all the basketball teams' logos on the jeans?
No, I was never one of those. That was, but I remember that phase. I was in the long, the baggy clothes phase for a while too.
Yeah, I was in that too. Two things that happened to me I could still remember is, you know, you bringing up like jerseys and stuff like that. I always saw like kids wearing jerseys at school, so I told my mom like that's what I wanted, right? Like I wanted a jersey, and like, but I was never into sports. I just wanted a jersey. My mom found like the cheapest jersey from wherever she found it, and it was the worst player, and I wore it at school. And people are like, I had no clue who the hell I was wearing on my shirt, and people are like, "Yo, what the hell? That's the worst player!" And I never wore that jersey after that.
I need to see what player this is.
I have no idea. No, I don't. No.
Your mom probably took a picture, bro.
Yeah,
go
I'll
ask
have to find it. And then the second story I still remember is when I like, you know, like you've like, I don't know if you guys were younger, you guys ever wanted like light up shoes and shit like that. I've like always wanted light up shoes when I was a kid, and I never got them as a kid. And I remember I bought them in like 2nd or 3rd grade, and I thought I was the coolest guy. And here I am in like 2nd and 3rd grade wearing light up shoes, and these kids are making fun of me again.
2nd and 3rd. I thought that was fine for light up shoes, man.
Nah, dude, I don't know.
No, I had a lot of South Pole.
Oh, South Pole, yeah, I remember that.
Echo
Yeah,
Unlimited.
back in elementary school,
You
a lot
guys
of South
remember?
Pole.
You guys remember Fat Farm?
Yeah.
I think only the fat kids wore that.
You think all those brands will come back in style though? Like as people get nostalgic.
Bathing
how
Babes, I feel like made a
Champion.
crazy comeback.
Sean John is coming back.
Oh, I remember the show. I had like a matching tracksuit.
The
Sean
velvet
John
one? The velvet
from like
one?
Macy's or some shit.
Yeah, but why do you think it is like? I feel like we can't let like old things go. Like even forget like clothes, but like everything, like video games, movies. It's all stuff like we were like looking at back then. Is the same shit they're making now? Like
No, I mean the thing is like certain things, yeah, they can come back into like if whatever fashion or whatever, just
Culture.
into your life, like culture, right? But
that,
like even like
way
you
too
remember,
sexy. is
Way Too
back as
Sexy.
as a song.
No, but you guys remember? You guys remember like when jean shorts were in, and then they went out of fashion, and then now jean shorts are back into fashion a little bit.
I do
right?
have a pair of jean shorts.
But the thing is, I remember like I thought I was like fine, like I was wearing like jean shorts, and like somebody's like, ha ha, who even wears jean shorts anymore? And I was like in like like I was like. I think I can't even remember like maybe like in high school or like 8th grade or whatever. I remember I was at Six Flags wearing jean shorts, and the kid that I went with, and he's like, "Dude, who even wears jean shorts anymore?" So I feel like things just go in and out of fashion. I feel like quickly, right? Like not quickly, but like they have their time, and like the same thing with like movies. I don't know, but I feel like with stuff with media and like like movies and stuff like that. I feel like that stuff is, I guess.
I think it's
easy to bring
music
back,
more
right?
than movies.
Yeah.
That really
Music,
like
music
the other
doesn't
dilemma.
wrap around though, right?
Huh?
Like I don't see like old music coming back as much as like old movies keep popping up. Like how many times are they gonna make the Ninja Turtles again? You know, like
I mean, they're gonna keep making it. They're gonna keep making it.
yeah,
They will.
but, like,
Yeah, but they've remade songs, but I guess not as
no,
not at the same
definitely
rate.
It's not as prevalent,
Yeah.
and they do it with like a new style. But like movies, like why do they gotta make another Matrix? Like I thought we ended it pretty well with number 3, but now we got Matrix 4.
I mean, the thing is now it's not even like. I mean, I disagree with both you guys. It's not movies. It's not music either. It's just like social media now. Influencer deciding what's like the new fashion is or the next fashion is.
Yeah, just like all these boxing matches that are popping up now, like that really aren't like they're just exposition matches, right? They're not like title fights or anything like that, but they're raking in giant sums of money.
A lot of money.
Yeah, it's just weird. There's just demand for it, but there's like it's not like someone's winning a championship or anything,
I always wondered how they like who's paying for these because I know I'm not like I'm allegedly like just streaming them. So off
No,
the
I
box.
think the streaming has gotten so much bigger, but the thing is, you got to think about it. The person who, like obviously, like whatever you're streaming from, they're buying those fights. Like what I mean, they're paying for those packages, and then they're providing them. Like so, let's say if we're talking about like somebody like let's say like if somebody has an IPTV box, right? They go.
What is that?
Anyways, they have an IPTV
some people
box.
use those,
Yeah. But like if you're watching the fight on there, you're paying for that service to them, and they're getting the content, so they're paying for it too. They're paying for that fight. So I know not everybody is like like doing this for IPTV, but then there's like some fans that will pay for like stupid shit.
But you think it's stupid?
No, I mean like the thing is like what we may think is stupid is probably not stupid for the fan, right? But like sometimes when we buy stuff, like what I mean, like let's say if there's like a limited drop on like a OVO like T-shirt, let's say, right, and the shirt's like maybe $200, and we're like, what, like, fuck it, let me just buy it, right? But like the shirt might like it's a T-shirt at the end of the day. Like what's gonna make it like $200? Like yeah, it might be good, but like. You can't like we all know like you're not gonna wear that T-shirt all the time. You can only wear it once on like social media, right? Second one with your friends, and the third time you can't wear it ever again. So it's like what I mean. It becomes
damn.
like
I mean, who's stopping me wearing it? If I'm paying like now, if I'm paying $60 for a shirt, I mean, every OVO shirt is around there.
Yeah,
I'm gonna wear the shit out of it, man. I don't care.
yeah,
now.
but I feel like the thing is like it's. Like you were saying, social media. It's like like if you're like very active on there and all that stuff, and like like I feel like you can't like certain stuff you can't wear because someone's gonna be like, oh, weren't you just wearing that? And it's just like, dude,
But
I
okay,
spent
I mean,
$200 on
I know, but okay, do you do
says
that
that,
yourself?
though?
I know. Do you do that yourself?
What?
Who has ever like pointed out? I've seen you. wear that shirt before.
You've never been like a little bit
Never.
cautious about like about stuff like this. Like okay, like imagine like I'm saying like obviously you're gonna wash the clothes, right? You wear a T-shirt today. Okay, whatever. Imagine you even like try to wear that T-shirt again tomorrow, or like whatever. Like imagine like you wear it in a sequence. Like okay, I'm gonna wear it today. I'm gonna wear it next month. But I saw you guys next month, and I see you in another 2 weeks from now wearing
month?
that T-shirt.
Oh hell
You
no!
know-
I don't care about a month.
No,
Yeah,
but
a month
you
is
guys,
nothing, man.
dude. Okay,
Nothing,
you've
nothing.
never shit on. I remember like when like we were in Wildwood and somebody was wearing a T-shirt and I'm not gonna say the name, whatever, but like somebody was wearing a T-shirt, and then you guys are like, "Oh, how much was that T-shirt?" And they're like, "Oh, it was this much." And like, "Oh, you're probably gonna wear this all the time now because you spent this much money on it, right?" So that's like, I would say like that's some sort of.
Am I safe to assume that the person we were talking about was you?
No, it was no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't me. It wasn't me.
Yeah, that's the thing though. You can get,
else.
but that's why sometimes it's just better to get away with the subtle stuff that you can wear.
No,
more often.
I think so. I think it's better to wear something that's not noticeable because nobody's gonna remember, like a black T-shirt or something like that. You're never gonna like. I could wear a black T-shirt 30 times and it could be a $10 Hanes T-shirt. Then compared to like a $50 T-shirt that you can only wear 2-3 times because you're like, oh crap, this person has already seen me in this T-shirt 2 times. If I wear it the third time, what are they gonna think? This is like very common.
I remember who you're talking about. I think that was just like a little joke. It's not like I'm gonna point it out.
No, that was just a joke. But what I'm saying is like, yeah, it was. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So the thing is, but you guys, it's very common. I'm sure you guys think about the same thing too. You guys go out, you guys go see the same friend. Let's say you wear something, you're like, and then you wear it again. Let's say a few weeks from now, and you've seen them in between. But if you keep on wearing that same shirt, I feel like it's, I don't know. I feel like
I'll tell you right now.
You guys think about it.
I have seen a certain Adidas shirt with 3 colors on it worn a bunch of times by one of someone that we know very well, and I see it all the time. So I guess not everyone cares or thinks about it. I think maybe it's just in your head.
No. What I'm saying is like, listen, I feel like if it's just a normal, like, it's not like any like exclusive or anything like that, right? It's not like, if it's like a night suit type of T-shirt or like, whatever, like a, like, whatever, I'm running errands type of T-shirt, that's okay. But what I'm saying is like, I'm talking about like going out clothes. Like, I don't think $200 T-shirt, you're just gonna sit at home and just, watch like TV or something. You know what I mean? Like, I'm saying like that type of stuff. Does that make any sense or no? Am I like, did I lose you guys?
No, I know what you're saying, but I think it's less less of a concern than you think it is. Like
I feel like with clothing, I feel like this is like deep. What do you have to say?
Do you think people are actually like you think people are actually sitting there judging you, thinking like, oh, he wore that shirt a week ago? No, it's not judging,
but like you notice it. Like it's not like we're not oblivious to like what somebody else wears.
I really can guarantee you I don't notice it that much.
Yeah, like it's very rare that I'll notice a shirt, but yeah, I may notice it. But what's
like? There's some things I notice that like if it like stands out a lot, like the shoes with like the little the mops at the end that you guys wear, like those are really noticeable.
Those are noticeable.
I never notice when you guys change your sneakers and stuff like that.
Yep.
The whole outfit, obviously, you mix and match. Like there's little things I guess I would notice, like if it's like really stands out, like that Nike thing you had with like a bunch of pockets that that I could remember, but like a shirt here or there, I'm not gonna remember like you wore that shirt like this
like if you gave me 10 items, I might remember 2 of them.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it just has to be in that zone, right? Like
I think it's all in your head more.
No, I don't think so. Okay, so like, imagine this, right? Like I have this person added on my Instagram, right? If I click on her like stories, right? Like I'll see, like, you know what I mean? I mean, it's not that like you notice, but like if you actually look at this Instagram post, you'll see this person wearing like, let's say like a T-shirt, right? And they'll have the same exact jeans on, right? And you can realize it's the same jeans because they're ripped at the same exact spot, right?
I don't like view pictures like that though.
But like, dude, it's so common. It's not like, I feel like you guys are making it seem like you guys have never done this. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's like
that I've never done. Like okay, when I look at a picture,
we need some fans to jump in over here. Can we open up the hotline? No, just kidding.
when I'm looking at a picture on social media, unless like they're wearing something very formal, I'm not really looking at their clothes. I'm looking at where they're taking the picture, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm looking, like if they're at the beach, I'm like, oh, where are they? I'm not actually looking at like what they're wearing at the beach.
Yeah, I'm with Jack here.
No way.
I'm just kidding. Well, I hope they're wearing either a bikini or swimming shorts at the beach. And no, but I also had a quick question for Deep too. While we're talking about this, Deep, what are you searching up or clicking on? Because I hear a lot of clicks and not enough talking.
That's not me.
He's
actually.
checking to make sure all his pictures don't have the same shit.
No man, listen.
going to just click it through his posts.
Listen, I agree on some of those things. Of course, like wearing the same outfit again. Or like pulling it the same outfit again after within 4 months, within 6 months.
This is like
I'm more.
This
of
is
like,
like, but this is like girls. Sean's thinking at it from like, this is like my sisters with their suits, right? Like, they were,
I tell Jay about this all the time
actually,
too. Like,
yeah,
girls
yeah,
do
they
that,
wear
girls
one
do that.
suit. They
Girls
wear
do that,
one
though.
suit, and then that's it. That suit came from India. They wore it once. It was worn at that wedding. They cannot wear that suit at if the same group of people are going to be
People
at the same
are there,
exact
right?
event.
So-
but if
so-
they go to an event in a different state, they may wear that suit.
But girls do
Possible.
that. I'll admit that. Like Rhea will know when other people are wearing like the same thing again. Like I remember she would. Like I've never looked at a suit like one of my guy friends was wearing. Like he wore. And matter of fact, usually they have been worn many times before.
I mean,
So,
well, that's
like
I would.
Deep. Don't you have like a Brooks Brothers suit that I've seen you wear? I'm very.
Deep
I
blue suit
don't- I
I've seen so
don't-
many times.
I don't have a Brooks Brothers suit.
The blue one. He has a blue royal blue suit.
I have actually I have like 3 or 4 suits that are just blue.
It wasn't Brooks Brothers. It was like a fancier. It was like a fancy suit. I'm thinking
Fancy
about,
suit. I have a Hickey Freeman.
Yeah, that's the one. The one
Yep.
that I've seen you wear that a bunch of times.
Of course I
But-
have, because I love that
Yeah,
suit.
but it's a suit too. Like
Yep.
it's like you're gonna wear a suit. Like I think girls are different with like Indian suits and dresses. Is like for some reason there's this mentality you can't wear it again, and yeah. So I'll agree with you there, Sean. I think girls definitely do that. I don't think guys do that nearly as much as you think. Like
I'll point it out next time.
other than this guy.
That's to all the listeners out there. Sean will be judging you next time.
So
I don't
No,
know, man. Women do that, but I feel like I'm definitely not. I don't notice it as much. But now I'm gonna keep an eye out. You know what?
well, let me
Just,
know.
uh,
Let me know, Patti, what you find out. Okay, please.
Well, Sean, can I ask your opinion on this? For Secret
Yep,
Santa,
sure.
I have one ugly Christmas sweater, and
Uh-huh.
I'm not buying another one. And I wore it last year. Is a year enough for me to wear that same Christmas sweater? Because
So-
I don't have many options.
Okay, let me ask you one thing, right? Have you ever dressed up the same thing for Halloween? Like in the last...
I would love to.
No, have you? You would love
I
to, but
haven't.
have you?
No, I can't.
Why?
Because you're gonna get me again, but wait till you get married.
No. You see, that's what I'm saying. Like it just like there's.
But that you're doing it for the pictures, though. You're doing it for the pictures.
Yeah, but like I know, but my whole point is it's the same thing. It's like somebody's gonna call you out, like, oh, is that what you? No, anyways, it's not. I get that. I know there's a difference. I get it. Yeah, I understand. But let's move past. Let's move past this.
Anything past clothes now. I think
Yeah.
we beat the hell out of clothes today.
So
for
guys,
sure.
anyways, I did have a question though. Did you guys ever, and be honest about this, try to scam any big companies or anything like that? Like not scam, but like you know what I mean? Like like okay, like oh I know like if I say this to them, they'll give me like like some sort of discount. Like
I mean, actually, I did it today
what'd you do?
with the Verizon.
Uh-huh.
So I used to have T-Mobile, right?
Uh-huh.
And only thing I loved about T-Mobile, actually, of course, unlimited everything. Plus, it was cheaper. Whenever I would travel to Canada, I would get unlimited data.
Yep.
So with Verizon, I didn't start noticing until this last trip bothered me so much because me staying at the airport. I mean, thank God that Wi-Fi was there. With Verizon, I only get 0.5 gigs of data
half a gig,
a day. So I called them today. I seemed like really upset. I was like, yeah, I'm looking to cancel my account. This. They're like, why? What's happening? I was like, like I had T-Mobile. I had unlimited data. I'm going back to T-Mobile. I traveled to Canada a lot. This. In a whole big scene. Took, 15, 20 minutes. And then they came back to me. They're like, yeah, we can definitely give you unlimited data for Canada as well. But it'd be $5 extra. $5 per month.
A month.
Yeah. And I was like, sure, why not? and yeah, they were able to fix that up.
So Deep, are you saying that you fraudulently did something with Verizon? Because I happen to know.
I mean, I wasn't going to cancel.
Verizon.
I mean, I wasn't going to cancel my service. That's the only thing, you know.
Oh, so you're saying you were lying? Because I know someone near and dear to me that works for Verizon. who might
I accidentally did this recently.
The same thing?
No. Like I ordered DoorDash. And there was like a promo going on, but you had to like type in the promo code when you check out. Yeah. I forgot to enter it, so I did like the help me with my order, but it was like 30% off, but up to $10 on your entire order. But my order was like $80 or whatever it was. So when I did the message, the guy was like, "Oh yeah, I'll like credit your account," but he gave me 30% on the entire order, like past the $10. I got like $20 or 20.
Oh shit.
20, yeah, $25.
I'm
not gonna go telling them.
Yeah, we're not gonna, right?
Like I've tried to get away with something. I got caught before. When I was, I think, in high school, I was looking to buy a new backpack, right? So after school, I went to Medell's, I think, and I went with a friend of mine, another Punjabi person. I don't know how that's relevant to the story.
Name and social security.
You had to tell him Punjabi.
Yeah. So we go to the backpack section. There's one that I really like, but it's kind of expensive for like what I needed. It was like $50, and then there's one in the discount section for like $10, and it had the discount sticker. So he goes, "Yo, my dad, what he does, he just changes the stickers." And then I go up there and we do it. So, and he's like, I'm like, "No, I don't think you can actually do that." And he's like, no, I do it all the time. So we change the stickers. I walk up to the counter, and the guy immediately knows. He's like, this backpack isn't $10. It looks like someone changed the stickers. And he still tries to work his way through it. And he's like, "Come on, if we looked at the camera, we would see you changing the stickers." and we both just walked out. And then I never tried anything like that ever again. It was my one and only time trying to do that, at least in retail.
Yeah, that's so funny. No, I've had like, I mean, 2 incidences. One of them very similar to what Deep said too. We had like Optimum for like the store bill, right? Like for the, like, you know, the internet and the phone and everything. We paid like $270, and like, you know, the internet was like mad slow and everything. I called them up saying the same thing. I'm leaving Verizon, and they said, they're like, "Oh, you know what? Don't worry." And we don't have Verizon in that area. And then they ended up lowering the bill to like $150. And then I called them again because I was having some issue, and I complained again, and they knocked it down to $130.
See, it works.
Yeah, no, it does. I feel like once you just tell them you're gonna cancel, I feel like they're just like so like scared to lose you as a customer.
Of course,
they're like willing to like work with you, right?
They'll get you inevitably, is there?
Yeah. Oh no, absolutely. She said, "Listen, this price is only valid for a year, but you have to call back every year to like negotiate the price in a way, right?"
Well, they're hoping you don't call back every year.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, like, I think that's what it is, right?
Yeah, that's what it is.
And guess who would be calling back every year?
I put an alarm too. I put like a yearly reminder to call like Optimum every year now. I'm like, dude. I mean, like, I was paying like almost, if you think about it, I was paying over $150 over from, you know, last from whatever. So. Helps out, I guess.
But that's not really like being fraudulent. You would have changed if you could.
Yeah. Oh no. I probably wouldn't. It's just too much of a hassle, I feel like. But it is, dude. Like, you know, like,
I want to hear some real fraud, like the one I just told you, where I just straight up legit,
okay, no. I mean,
changed
okay, no. So a fraud story. Okay, I'll.
That's
tell
more
you that,
negotiation, right?
No, I'll tell you a fraud story. Anyways, so we went to when we went to like Denver, right? All of us. I remember like Patti had like this discount.
Am I complicit in this? Oh
no. Patti had the discount for like the car rental service, right? Like well, we don't have to say which one, but anyways, it was Avis. It's not a fucking secret. It is what it is. But anyways, so he had the discount, and we ended up like, you know, it ended up being great, dude. Like, he lowered that shit down, like, you know, for the car. Like, it was a big SUV, like a Suburban or whatever it was, and ended up being mad low. And so I ended up like, I was like, oh, like, Patti, like, give me the code or whatever. I want to use it for, like, you know, whatever. But I remembered the guy like ended up asking him for like an ID for the company. So I went out of my way, right, to like recreate an ID, like, and he doesn't even have a work ID. So this is how stupid. He just showed his insurance card, right? So I ended up recreating a whole ID. and I like have it printed and everything. Anyways, I go ahead and like I'm all ready. I go to the Avis dealership. I'm like all ready, and I'm like ready for them to ask me for the ID. I went through so much hassle, and the lady at the register never asked me for the ID.
You know what's so crazy is I've used that discount like 100 times. Like at this point, like I've used it like 30 different times. Like I used it in Florida.
Do they ask you for ID or no?
Every single time.
Really?
They've asked me for an ID.
And
Except for one time.
No. And I do want to say one thing. And I used it the second time when I went to Nashville a couple weeks ago, right? And the same exact thing. I brought the ID with me, and again, they didn't ask me for the ID. I was like, yo, what the hell? I'm like, I do so much work to have this ID ready, and they just never ask me.
Be like, ask for my ID, damn it.
I feel that way when I used to like cheat on tests in like high school or something.
Yeah,
like, I would spend so much time like writing down a cheat sheet. Yeah. And, like trying to just make it work, and then when it got to the test, I would just remembered everything I wrote on the cheat sheet. So it's like I just studied for it anyway, and then I would end up like just not having to use it. I hate when that happens, when you put in more effort than you need to.
Then you need to. Well, remember.
But sometimes it's worth it, Maybe that's what it needs to get to,
I remember when like my cousin Nikhil, he was like he wasn't 21 yet, so like if we would try to go somewhere or he would try to order a drink or whatever, right? They would always ID him, like all the time, right? And the day since he's been 21, I mean, it could be like that whole attitude and everything, right? Like everything changes, like your style changes after you turn 21, right? Because you're so comfortable at that time. But like ever since he's turned 21, even on his 21st birthday, we were at Jag's house. All three of us went to go get beers, and guess what? He's like, I want to actually go to the register myself. And he puts a beer down, and the guy goes, 25.65, and he goes, wait, you're not gonna check my ID?
Wait, you guys tell me if this is fraud or not. In college, allegedly, some of us.
No, you didn't go to college, or like.
Allegedly, he did say allegedly.
Yeah, this is what I heard. Like allegedly, people would do in college. Like I knew some people they. So like in your like general classes, right, where you have like a standard textbook, you could buy like the test bank for all the questions on the test, essentially, because teachers just choose them from this like the test bank, right? So people would buy the test bank, memorize. So like if the test is on chapters 1 to 5, they'd memorize all the questions that could possibly be on the test from chapters 1 to 5, and know every answer to every question. Is that cheating? Or are you just gaming the system?
That's just gaming the
system.
Or
is it teachers just lazy and they should be making their own tests?
The thing is, like, the books are just so old. Same thing like when I was at Gloucester County College, bro. Any homework they would give, any questions.
It's all online.
Everything is online. Like I would just type in the question, and all the answers would be like I would just type in like that one special question, like somehow I would pull out the whole test.
Exactly.
I would have all the answers.
Yep.
So that was.
It depends on the class, right? Like, because right now, I agree
like your
with
200 level classes maybe, but like once you get into the 300-400,
like business classes and stuff, where like every answer has like a legitimate, like like every question has a legitimate answer. I'm taking like a discrete math class right now, and if I were to look up the answers, it would be completely different than how someone else would calculate that answer, and people would figure it out like, oh, he could just copy that answer down, because you have to have like some explanation of how you got to it. And
no, that's why I said just the general classes. Like
different.
think your econs, think your
same with like programming. Like I can't just copy a program from someone and paste it, because they'll know like right away, because everyone has like a little bit of a difference in how they do things. But like,
that's different.
I think he's talking about like Jag. I think he's like talking about like your typical like like your
elective courses.
Yeah, your elective course and like and I
like your business management course.
Yeah, your business management. Like everybody's gonna pretty much learn the same exact thing, and it's like a required course if you're gonna be a business major, right? So I mean, I've seen that happen, and I remember in school. Like one of my friends, like we were like in a school together, and like he just typed in one of the answers on Quizlet, and I still remember this. He typed in one of the answers, and all in a row, It was just exactly a teacher. It looked like he just got all the questions from Quizlet. He pasted it. All the answers were right there, and like it didn't even like skip. It wasn't like, oh, he skipped this question. He literally had the whole test on Quizlet, and like all the answers were just right there.
I actually got in trouble in high school. I had gotten like someone else that was a grade ahead of me in the same class as Tess, and
I've had that happen. Yeah, I've had.
and
that
I knew it, and I had pictures of it on my phone, and I was like looking at it during like lunch or something, and the teacher tried to give me detention, and then like nothing came of it because he realized like it was his fault. Like he couldn't punish me for him not changing the test that he gave back to the kids,
Yeah.
to take home.
Punish you for cheating on the test, like while
I wasn't cheating on the test though.
It was a take home.
It was no, it wasn't the actual test. I was looking at my phone in lunch, and some teacher came over and saw that I had a piece of like a picture of a paper.
Damn.
But I wasn't cheating on the actual test. I was going in to take the
That
test.
sounds like eagle-eyed shit right there.
I know you gotta tell. You gotta tell her to
I could never look
mind
at
her damn
someone's phone.
business.
I could never look
I
at someone's
thought it
phone
was
and
the
know
same
exactly
teacher
what
he
they're
was
looking
talking about.
at.
No, it was a different teacher. But she took me to the
that's
teacher.
Crazy. That's crazy, dude. Like if a teacher does that, like imagine how much spare time he or she would have on their hands. Like, oh yeah, like this is so wrong. This is so unethical. Like, that's like, you know what I mean? Like,
Then be smarter.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't get played by a 16, 17-year-old at that
Yeah.
point.
What's the craziest way you ever cheated on a test though?
Put your answers
craziest
on my
way,
butt
bro?
crack.
Oh, I had some crazy stuff, man. I had my phone all the time. I had that one was always good, or like little note cards in my hand.
You wanna know mine?
What?
So, listen, we were taking a test, right? There, the teacher made like 6 lines. One line, the line A gets the A test, line 2 get the B test, line 3 get the C test, and then A, B, C again. So if I tell you, I didn't study at all. And on the top of your test, you have to write which test you got, A, B, or C. And you can't, and you're in a straight line, so you can't even cheat people in front of you or people behind you. It's so hard.
Yeah.
So what I did, I wrote on top of my test I was in test B. I wrote as test A, and then I copied everything from the guy next to me, and except for like 2 answers he wasn't sure about, and he told me, and he's like, "Yo, I'm not sure about these," so I marked them, myself, and I got an 88 and I passed.
I did something. It wasn't really cheating, I guess. It was more like the teacher graded it like on there, and we had an essay test. It was 5 questions, right? And normally when people do that, they'll like write 1, they'll fill it in, write 2, and then like make some bullshit answer up if they don't know it. I didn't know the question, and I didn't want to. So what I did is I wrote 1. I wrote the answer to the question 1. Instead of writing 2 and like I just went straight to 3 on the paper. And so like when I got my test back, it looked like they, for some reason, I guess they weren't grading or whatever, like correctly. So they just gave me 100 based off of me only answering 4 questions when there was 5, because the sheet I handed back only had 1, 3, 4, 5 written on it.
I mean that's
and it
that's
really goes to show you how much grading people actually do. I feel like sometimes they just look at your effort on it.
One time I ended up like not sending like one, like when we had I remember it was like chemistry, it was in my chemistry class, right? I had no idea what the hell was going on at the test, so I just ended up taking the test, right? And ended up taking the test home, did it at home, and then dropped it on the teacher's like dropped it on the floor. It's like, wait, how did this get here? And then she just put it with her grading stuff because she never graded the other tests anyways. And I just ended up getting like a really good grade. Like obviously I didn't want to get all 100 because I wasn't the smartest in that class, but I did pretty good. And then like one of our friends, he like saw that was like such a good idea. But obviously like if you do it once, it's cool, right? But if it happens every single time your test is missing, there's gonna be something wrong, right? So that dude like got in so much trouble. Like the teacher never.
There was nothing.
So much fun.
there was nothing worse than taking a test and have the feeling of you were bombing this. Like,
Yeah, oh,
there's
yeah.
like nothing worse. You
remember-
know you're
I-
doing bad.
I'm in school now and I get that feeling sometimes.
Like you know you're doing bad, and
Yeah.
it's like
No, that just reminded
nothing
me of
you
my,
can do.
like I had to take a like a language course in high school.
Mm-hmm.
So they put me in Italian class when I can barely speak English, but that doesn't make sense. So and they put me in Italian class, and they're like, "You have to pass this class to graduate." I'm like, "What? Like like what's going on?" So before the final came, I got I started throwing up in class, right? So
Damn.
so listen, everyone took the final, done deal. Everyone got their finals back, graded nice. And the person who got what was it, like 90 something, took a picture of her test, and then the teacher told me to come like a week later after school to take the test. So I went in class to take the test, and it was just me myself, and she left. So I just pulled the picture on my phone, copied everything, and I passed my Italian class.
Damn. Actually, this just reminded me of my most fraudulent class story.
This should be our private.
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter. Who cares?
No,
I had French. I had French online in college. I took Spanish all throughout like high school, but so they wanted me to take like advanced Spanish in college, and I was like, fuck that, because like you only needed like 2 semesters of it. So I was like, I'll just start with the basics of French. So like it was all online. So like
Did
you'd have to like
learn how
record.
French kiss or no?
Yeah, we like every Tuesday. So you have to like record yourself, like a video of yourself, like like speaking it and recording it. So I would wear like glasses and like just read from the screen, but with the glasses you just saw the reflection of the screen, so you couldn't see my eyes like reading the actual screen. And I just would cheat my entire way through the recording. That's
the stupid shit we would do, right? Like just to get through life, man.
Like
and I feel like
unnecessary
we
shit.
still do.
I
Yeah,
have a
like I
theory-
feel
I
like
have
we
a
still
the
do.
effort you had to go through to
Yeah.
just not learn.
I have a theory that in college, some of the professors know everyone are cheating. They just want to keep their grades high. Because, like, I took a finance course once, and it was on the computer lab, and everyone was taking the final. And obviously, in the computer lab, you can just turn on the thing where you can monitor everyone's screens. That was off. And I saw every person next to me was cheating. Like, they were online, like, looking up the answers and everything. And I'm like, there's no way this teacher doesn't know that, like, people
Oh,
are
dude,
doing
same. But I had a business class, and the guy would just face the whiteboard the entire time, like just
Yeah.
writing things on the whiteboard, while
The-
the rest of the class took the test, and we would just all pass back and forth, and he would just be like oblivious to the entire
One
situation.
time- Oh, go ahead, Jack.
The coolest thing that ever happened though, it was a really chill accounting teacher. He's a really interesting guy too. He has some good like accounting stories, believe it or not. But anyway, one time someone was taking a test cheating, and they were like looking through the book on there, and he looks at down, and this happened within like the first 3 minutes, and he goes, "Well, I guess this is gonna be an open book test, guys," because he didn't want to get the kid in trouble. He's like, "Well, I told you it was an open book, but I guess now everyone take out your books, you can use it."
Or they give you a curve because it was so bad. The test was so like everyone did so bad that they had to like curve it
Yeah.
or else everyone would have failed.
Well, that's when you turn against the cheaters though, because of like the classes I'm in, and like I see someone cheated, and like right now the class average on the test is like 60s, 70s, right? And if
That's
one person
including
gets 100,
your score, Jack?
yeah, I didn't do well either, right? but like these are like
I know what you're saying. Yeah.
But like if one person cheats, it's on you to like, all right, like this guy's screwing up the whole curve. Like people rat them out. Like it's a big deal. Like once you get to like those high level like math courses, like if one person has the answers, they screw up the entire curve. So people are
Yeah,
of course
so
they're gonna
this
be
was the
mad,
thing with
right?
like the people I was saying that had the test banks. They used to have to get even the
My-
questions they knew they had to get wrong because
Yeah,
it would have been too
yeah,
obvious.
that happened. We found out the people with the test banks, and everyone like stared them down, and they knew like if they ever did it again, they would just gotten ratted out. So the next test, they ended up taking a bunch of like questions wrong on purpose. But
Were you
Yeah.
guys in the same class as Tekashi 6ix9ine or? All right,
but
bad joke.
all right, but like Ishan, if it
No,
was
no,
you,
no.
right? Like
No,
on
no,
like a
I-
high,
no,
this
I
isn't
get
like a
it, I
low
get
level
it.
course.
No, I get it, dude. I'm with you too. I mean, like if it fucks
You're
up, the
paying
whole class,
money to go to
it's
school,
it's
right?
either
Like,
yeah, it's either like I would honestly like the thing is like of course, if you're like really interested in the class, right? Like some classes we're just trying to get by through, right? Because we're like, oh, you know what, this has nothing to do with what I'm gonna be doing later on in life. So like, it is what it is. So I would like in my thing, maybe I would want to be included in those people that are getting hundreds, right? And not like worry about that class and stress about a class that like I'm going to. Um, but I mean, like I think like we've all been there. Like I remember like in high school, there was like like there was some people like we were taking this accounting class, and the last I don't know if you guys ever took like accounting in like high school, but like at the end of the class year, right? What they give you is they give you like a whole booklet, and it's like a company's like whole like stuff,
I
and
had
you have to
that.
like do.
I
have to,
copied
you
off
have
of one person.
yeah, yeah. You have to do the whole ledger, right? And by the
Uh-huh.
end of the ledger, your numbers have to like the teacher's only looking at the last page, right? And then like it doesn't matter. You have to write checks and everything. So, anyways, so like the kid that like I was like good friends with, he wasn't like so smart. He didn't like he had no idea what was going on in the class. He actually got suspended because the teacher was gay, and like he ended up taking a picture of this teacher sitting on the screen, like on like I'm sorry, sitting next to a computer, and he like like he put in a picture of like of like a gay porn on the
No
screen,
way.
and he spread it around school, and they found out who it was because he took it from his angle, and like he spread it. But anyways, it was like funny back in like school and shit like that. But anyways, like going back, he bought the test booklet, like he bought the teacher's manual for that like final exam, right? And he would put it underneath, or like just send people pictures of the booklet, and the teacher would let us use our phones, like for like if you need to add or subtract anything or whatever, right? So anyways, he ended up everybody like I think like there was like maybe 30 people in that classroom. Five or six of them said like, no, we don't want to cheat, we want to do the test on our own. The rest of us were like, yo, give us a booklet, right? Like give us the pictures of the booklet. He sent us a booklet pictures, and then everybody passed. He's the only one that failed.
How did he fail?
Because he would just wasn't he was like writing everything so slow. Like we were just trying to get done with it, like within like because the test took almost like 5 to 10 days, because like I think it was like a 45 or an hour long class in high school. So like it took like almost 10 days to do the test. But for him, he just was like writing so slow that he barely made it to like halfway through in the last book, the last thing, a page of the ledger, he had all the numbers correct. Teacher's like, how the fuck do you skip like 5 pages and get to the last number? It was so funny. It was like the stupidest thing you could do. I'm like, dude, like,
No, but
so much time.
but that's the thing you see these days. Like some people, they have the opportunities, everything.
Yeah.
They still can't make it.
They still can't make it, and it sucks. It's like, what the hell is going? You know what I mean? Like, it's like, why? But
I mean, for us, I mean, it could be like why, but for
yeah.
But don't you guys know about like those Indian IT recruitment firms that like fake people's like resumes and they get them jobs, and then they'll figure out the job when like they get there, and then they get to the IT company and they realize like this person doesn't know jack shit, like they have to fire them.
that's
right?
that's a real thing.
Yeah, it's a real thing. It's like Indian companies will like they have a system set up where you can pay, and they'll get you like what, the H1 visa, and they'll send you abroad, and like they'll fake all your credentials, they'll do the test for you and everything. Then
No, I think
you
that's
get
what
there.
I think that's what my dad was talking about. Never mind. One of his friend called him. He's like, "Oh, what does your son do? This is this." I was like, "Oh, he's in produce business. This is this." He's like, "Oh, why doesn't he get into computer, like in software and stuff?" And like he started telling him, and my dad started telling me. I was like, "Oh, I don't care about it. I'm good where I'm at." And then like that guy forcibly asked my number from my dad, and that guy called me. He's like, "Yeah, go here in Liliane, and you stay there. Not Chandigarh, sorry. You stay there for 3 months, and you come back with a degree, and then they'll get a job for you as well." I'm like, interesting.
I don't know. I feel like there's like so many scams out there. Like like I feel like there's like little things. Like I was still surprised to see like like those. Remember those energy companies that used to come by that used to say, "Oh, we can lower down your bill, or we can do this, we can do that for you," right? I feel like like I like there's so many people that are just trying to like
Actually, the energy company thing is
Hello. Mic
Did he
check.
go?
Mic check.
Did he disappear?
Yeah, I think so.
I think his energy bill came in.
no. I was about to spill the scam, so they took me off. I think Siri went off for some reason. The energy company thing is real. It's just that you have to opt into it. So a lot of companies hire people to get people to opt into that savings because you can. It's something weird, but I used to like work with someone who did that. Like they called it actually is, but that you can't just automatically go to the cheapest option. You have to opt into it. So they have people call and be like, "Can I save you money on energy?" It's some way how they consolidate your bill or something.
But I feel like they're trying to trick me. I was like, why would you want to save me money?
Why
Like
would
they're
it,
definitely. How are they making money?
No,
because
this
not
guy-
many people know about that program, and it sounds suspicious as hell. But you will actually like save money. But you save more money by shopping around. It's like 'cause you can shop for who you buy the utility from. So that week maybe they'll be cheaper. So if you go to them, that maybe they'll be cheaper, and then you have to keep shopping around.
He said the bill will still come from like Central Hudson, right? Like first of all, he like walks out of nowhere, right? He's like, oh hey, like this is my business card, this is my name, blah blah. And I saw the business card. It didn't even. He wasn't even local. He was from PA, right? And I'm like, yo, like at a minimum, this guy's at least 2.5 hours away from like me. And he's like, I'm just like targeting all the like local small businesses here, blah blah blah. And I was like, okay, so what do you want? Like I'm in the middle of something, and he tells me he's like, oh,
So
like
rude.
he's like, oh, I'll send you this link or whatever, and all you have to do is just put in like your account number, and then he's like, but make sure you put in my referral code, right? And he's like, make sure you put this in, right? I was like, okay, and he's like, your bill will just be lower. Like I feel like going in like to any businesses, like come on, dude, like first of all, we I don't think we can even shop for anything. For us, it just really goes. I think there's only one company, and that's Central Hudson. I don't think like we have like 15, 20
and imagine
companies.
your bill goes to half if you go and put it.
No, yeah, I know, but no, but like the thing is, it's like I feel like if it could be lower, like what's this guy getting? Like if our
But that's
bill
the
goes
thing,
lower,
Sean.
It's commission,
What's he
man.
gonna get?
Yeah, that's the thing. That he gets a part of it, but you can also just do it yourself and cut him out of it.
Yeah,
Like,
well, that's
the
what I'm
thing.
saying, yeah.
It's like insurance brokers, right? Like you can just go to the insurance company and buy it, right? But the insurance broker will like come to your house and they'll sell you whatever policy they want to sell you. You could just straight up call State Farm and not go through an agent and get a policy and stuff like that. They're like kind of middlemen, and they do that transaction for you. But that program exists. Like you can save money on it.
But you do it for a service though. You do it for a service.
I'll tell
especially
you,
with insurances.
Yeah, I'll tell you one of my biggest regrets is when I worked at Walmart. Some guy like came up to me. He's like hiding behind like one of the shelves somehow, and he's like, "Hey, listen, man, I have a business opportunity for you," and it was so sketchy that I just like, "Sorry, man, I'm not interested. I'm in college," and I walked away. To this day, I still try to think like, what could that business opportunity have been that he had to hide behind the shelf at Walmart?
What if it was crypto? What if it was Bitcoin?
What if you? Because that would have been around that time. But to this day, it still haunts me. Is the guy like kind of like he was like snuck behind the counter? He's like, "Yo, listen, I have a very interesting business opportunity for you."
What was he wearing?
A coat, like a suit, and everything. So
You
yeah, he
think
looked professional
You
enough.
think he ever repeated his outfit?
I don't know, but I think it was a Brooks Brothers or whatever. Hickey Freeman.
Or could he like quadruple your money in like 6 months?
But like all this talk about scams just like shook that memory back to me, and I'm like, I wonder what he's up to these days. Maybe I should hit him up. He probably was Bitcoin because this was like 2013.
No, there used to be like an energy drink one that everyone like.
Oh,
That was
yeah,
a pyramid
yeah.
scheme. That was a pyramid
Yeah,
scheme. Right?
the
What was the
energy
energy drink called?
I can't remember. Venom.
Yeah.
Viper.
Was it? Yeah.
One of the people I graduated from college, I saw them like at the liquor store. I'm like, "Oh, what are you up to these days?" He's like, "Nothing. I'm just doing my own business thing." And he went through the whole thing about the energy drink.
That's a dead giveaway. Anytime someone says that energy thing.
Yeah.
It was
Or,
called Verve.
my own business.
Verve.
Verve. Yeah, that's what it was.
Oh yeah. But
Yeah, that
just
was a
in
big
general, those whole pyramid scheme things are mad annoying. I'm so happy like none of my friends really get into that kind of stuff though.
Yeah, I feel like upside down triangle is so much easier. You know. All right, is it time, guys? Is it time?
I think it's time, guys.
I'm just kidding.
we got an Indian scooter starting.
We got.
Yo, you know what I was thinking about the other day was I was watching a Punjabi movie. It was like old one, or was it not a Punjabi movie, just an Indian movie. But the gun sound in Punjab, like Indian movies, is just so unique. Like it was, I feel like it was only created for the movies. Like I don't know.
No.
Like,
Yeah.
it's such a
No,
unique
no.
noise. Like
It's
guns don't even
because-
sound like that.
Yeah, because they use like a shotgun, and they don't use like a pistol sound.
Okay.
Does that make
Okay.
sense?
Yeah,
Like,
it definitely makes sense.
Well,
yeah.
Shotgun definitely
Yeah.
sound like definitely.
they definitely have like their routines in Indian movies because yesterday Ria was watching some Indian movie, and it had Akshay Kumar or whoever, one of those important.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
They
I remember.
all three of them were cops, and like they got their backs to backs together, and they were shooting in a circle. Like you know what I'm talking about? Like everyone gets back to back. And I know why they did it. It was to save money on the shoot because you just have to take one shot of these three people firing in a circle, and then it keeps cutting the people falling over and dying. You never see them all in the same shot.
Yeah.
But I think it's like these little things. I'm like, that doesn't seem like it would work at all in real life. Like they would just shoot into that middle thing and just kill all three of them at the same
Well,
time.
did you guys watch that movie, Fast and Furious, the new one that came out?
No.
Oh.
How his gun never runs out of ammo.
Yeah,
Or how-
it was so stupid because Tyrese was in the middle and there was like all these guards shooting at him, right? Like he was in the middle and it was probably like all the guards were freaking like maybe 5 feet away from him and they're all shooting at the same time. He didn't get shot with one bullet. And
they're-
this dude like survived. It was like
I think
honestly,
someone calculated one of the movies where Paul Walker was still in it, where he was like chasing the plane. They're like he shifted 21 times. There's 21 gears on this car while he's chasing the plane. Like every time they cut, like to show like a speed up, they just show him shifting the gears. And like, there's 21 shifts on this. So, like I think at that point it was like a Mustang or something.
Oh my
But-
god.
Oh man, I was just at Universal like a month ago. They had all the Fast and Furious cars there.
By
The old
yourself?
ones, the classics, the Eclipse.
By yourself?
Yeah.
Oh.
Of course. Who else is going to go?
Oh man. Anyways, Bhatti, what's a would you rather for this week, bro?
All right, guys. This one comes. This is number 69 on the list.
69. What position or podcast?
Tekashi.
All the above. There's a situation around it. So you're abandoned in the wilderness, and you got to find your way back to like a town or something. Would you rather have 10 minutes to study like Google Maps and figure out your route, or have a printed map but you're not told where you're at on the printed map?
Oh, 10
Damn.
minutes.
No, I can't. I don't know, man. Google Maps confuses me. Even in
Yeah.
the city when I'm walking,
'Cause
sometimes
You don't know if you're
You
walking
don't even
left or
know if you're
right.
left or right.
because you need like a couple seconds to figure out. Like you need to walk a certain distance before. The
Yeah, before you're like, oh yeah,
and
that's
tells
that
you,
way.
Okay, never mind. It's that-
Not even certain distance. You gotta walk up to a block, like complete a whole block.
like a
to
couple.
really-
Yeah, you got to walk up a whole.
No,
block because-
You, like the best way to see is where's the restaurant or like where's like like sometimes like it'll be like a bank or something like that. You're like, oh wait, that bank is right across the street. Okay, now this is where I'm at, right? So I get it, but the thing
It's
is,
the
if you-
orientation, Ashan.
But-
like,
but-
I don't
but-
know.
But
if
now
I'm
you're in the
going-
wilderness, so
I
you
know,
don't have
I
a
know.
bank.
No.
You don't have a bank in the wilderness.
But here's the thing, like that, like that, like almost like that flashlight thing that like turns, and then when you like turn the phone, it rotates with you, right? That helps out a lot, right? Like in like which direction you're going to. But the only reason I would not pick a map is because you're in the wilderness. How are you gonna know what's where? It's just a bunch of trees that what's gonna.
But
show
you'll
you
find
They
out.
have
you'll
elevation-
find
People
out.
have done it for
elevation
thousands
on
of
it.
years, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not. I've never like really looked at.
They
a
have
map, to be
they have
honest.
elevation on there though, right? They have to be some like landmark. Like obviously.
that's
It'll
like
tell you. Well,
landmarks
like a lake or something, and it will look like the lake on the thing.
exactly. You'll
Okay,
get a.
well, I mean, if that's what, like, if you're near, but like, I'm just thinking all trees, and like you're left in the
No,
middle of a jungle.
I'm saying
and,
even if
like,
it is all trees, you'll eventually hit.
You'll get the mountains and
some
stuff too. Like it's like a
But like
Yeah.
with even with Google Maps, you have 10 minutes, right? You're not gonna get to where you need to go in 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, it shuts off, and you're already gonna
but at
forget
least you
everything
know in
on
the
map.
general direction that you're going.
But you can still get lost though, like in the woods. You
it all looks the same.
yeah.
deep.
that's
Remember
true.
when we went on the hike
I know.
and we wanted, and we got lost?
And we had Google Maps.
Yo, honestly, if we
Not
could've
even
run
10
into
minutes.
one person, we would have been lost in the woods too.
I know.
It's mad easy to get lost in the woods. It's not like the city where you have like street signs, like trees turn you around.
You guys
There's
wish you
no-
had a map then.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the map would be difficult too, but at least I have some chance. Like I could eventually figure out the map. The Google Maps, I have 10 minutes and it's done. Like then it's whatever I remembered from that thing.
I
And
think
I
10
won't
minutes
remember
could be if you can find like I don't know like some sort of like couple landmarks or something. I don't know, but it's hard. There's no landmarks out. I don't know. Like if there's a lake, I guess there's a lot. You could be like, oh, if I see the lake, make a right. You know. You can like map out your route that way if you for 10 minutes. But yeah, like you said, it's hard to follow along. It's a tough one.
Oh, no, that's for sure. I mean, so everyone picks the map. Nobody picks Google Maps.
I
picked
think Sean
Maps.
picks Google Maps. I'm
Oh,
going
yeah.
with the printed map.
And never go hiking with a Sean.
Guess what, guys? Next time we're on a hike, I'm taking a map because after the whatever story for a different pod because I need to know what happened in the woods on this hike.
that you gotta thank. I think it was Mandy was the only one that saved us.
Damn, what is he, a Boy Scout?
Or I think it was only him giving us directions that way. But I would try to remember that story. All right, guys. Thanks for listening.
Thank
I
you
hope
guys,
you guys
so
liked,
much. Love you all. Sorry.
What if like Hitler is listening to this podcast? Do you love him too?
Yeah. If he listens. If he gets the views up.
Sean,
No.
you sure you're done?
No, I'm done. I thought you were done. That's
No,
why
no, I'm waiting for you, brother.
sorry,
Waiting for
sorry,
your
sorry,
shenanigans. You guys, thanks for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you liked the episode, please like, subscribe, follow us, and listen to us on Apple, Spotify, and YouTube as well. Any questions, please email us at warwithword@gmail.com. Thank you. Peace out.
Thanks.
Peace.
Bye.